Welcome to Worship Wednesday. So glad to have you this evening. We're excited, as always, but this coming weekend, MJM7 gets to go on the road and play some music. That's something that they haven't got to do in about 9 months. So we're excited to kind of be in I call it the semi-post-COVID phase, that I don't think we're out of the weeds yet, but there are a few things that we get to do that we are excited about. So today in the chat, answer the question, what can you do today that has been restricted in the past? What can you do now that you haven't been able to do for a while? Leave that in the chats. We have a great evening for you tonight. We have the meditation video by Trinity. We have a fan favorite in the songs, When We Leave Earth. Lots of stuff for you to enjoy this evening. With that, I'll turn it over to the band. Enjoy.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Offer life's praise, but it's not enough. It's a life of merely temporary things. Let's store up treasures in heaven for the life we're awaiting. I choose to love you, choose to love you, choose to serve you, Jesus. I choose to love you, choose to love you, choose to serve you, Jesus. We lift our hands for songs of praise, hoping for you at the end of our days. But these songs are merely temporary things. Let us store our treasures in heaven for the life we're awaiting. I choose to love you, choose to love you, choose to serve you, Jesus. I choose to love you, choose to love you, choose to serve you, Jesus. I choose to love you, choose to love you, choose to serve you, Jesus. I choose to love you, choose to love you, choose to serve you, Jesus. Only you can save us, Jesus. Only you can do it. Only you can save us, Jesus. I choose to love you, choose to love you, choose to serve you, Jesus. I choose to love you, choose to love you, choose to serve you, Jesus. God, you wrestle with the sinner's heart. You lead us by still waters into mercy, and nothing can keep us apart. Remember your people, remember your children, remember your promise, oh God. Your grace is enough, your grace is enough, your grace is enough. right, sing along. Remember your people, remember your children, remember your promise, oh God. Oh God, your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Remember your people. Remember your children. Remember your promise, oh God. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. God, I sing your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Play it, girl. I don't know about you out there in TV land, but I think this girl is a killer guitarist. She's an awesome guitar solo, and she's going to start us off with this next song. It's called When We Leave Earth. And my friends, just remember, we are not made for this world. We're made for greatness. We're made for love. We're made to be saints. We're made ultimately for heaven. Everybody's swimming in their heads like a satellite in outer space. I get the feeling time is running out, dreaming of not waking up. When we leave Earth, we won't feel pain, never another tear. When we leave Earth, we won't need signs. When everything is clear, only love remains. Only love, only love remains. No one understands this void I feel, to lose the taste of things I know are real. If I could only take a photograph, I know I'm never coming back. 'Cause when we leave Earth, we will be still. And if we embrace when we leave Earth, we won't need help for all of our mistakes. Only love,
Only Love Remains. What a great song. That's a fan favorite there. It's actually, the name of the song is When We Leave Earth. So you can look it up on YouTube, When We Leave Earth. And if you're not a follower of us, I know we have some of our loyal watchers here in the chat, that if you're new tonight, please subscribe to our page on YouTube, MJM7. That helps us out to kind of go with the algorithm so that we can get more views and more likes. Please subscribe to MJM7 on YouTube. Tonight our theme is love. Love, when we love here on earth, we're looking forward to what we are going to do in heaven. God is love. And so we encourage you to just move forth with love. And Trinity's prepared a special meditation for us tonight on just that topic. Carrie, are you ready?
Throughout my life, I've met thousands of people. Some good people, some bad people, and a lot of people in between. Because that's the reality of life. People make mistakes or bad decisions. I know in my life I've hurt my siblings numerous times through my anger and bitterness. Even though I try to change, eventually I reach a point where I wonder, how can I change a world filled with so much hate? God calls us to love everybody. Love is actively willing the good of another. By loving everybody around us, we are sharing the light of Christ, because God is love, and whoever remains in love remains in God, and God in him. By sharing God's love to everybody around us, we are drawing nearer to him, and the closer we are to God, the more we feel his light shine through us, and thus a new cycle is started, a cycle of kindness, beauty, and goodness. We can share our love with others through acts of charity or words of affirmation, and if we feel like we can't do anything, we can always pray for them. Even after doing all this, they still might hate you. Love anyway. For God will see the unseen sacrifices. He will hear the forgotten prayers. He will unconditionally love us for all eternity, and we can depend on him. So God, give us the strength we need to love your children unconditionally, just as you love us.
I just noticed that Matt Detterding is commented on the last song. He was my old drummer. Like, we used to play together.
He's not old.
He's
but
not
he
old.
was your drummer.
And we used to end all of our shows with that song. And we're playing a concert this weekend. And spoiler alert, that's going to be our closing song, because I have great memories of playing that with Matt. And I saw the comment that Matt said, "Great song." And I told Charity, "Oh, Charity," and Charity, you know what Charity said? "You, all right? I learned it by watching you." So
that's for you, Matt. I think she's got about 1.5 feet to grow before she can get the
gangly arm.
The effect. That was just a side tangent. Trinity.
Oh, Trinity's here. Well, hi.
Hey, yeah.
What have you been up to?
Trinity,
the usual.
Making videos. It's what she does.
Being late on making videos and doing it last second.
That is the definition of a teenager, isn't it?
Yes.
Wait a little bit to the last second, and deliver. I love it. Love even through hate. And I was going to say it sounds simple, but it doesn't actually sound even simple, does it?
Yeah, no.
Any tips on how to actually do that?
For me, whenever I first started trying to love everybody around me, the number one advice I would give to people is just to try to persevere and to try to lean into God and the strength that he will give you. Because humans, we try our best, but we will always fail. Because that is our nature. But God will never fail us. We can always rely on him and depend on him, and he will try to fill us with his graces and fill us with the perseverance we need to love everybody around us. And I know in my life something that's very, very helpful is God has sent me some truly amazing friends. One of them's here today. And they have helped me see that it is possible to love everybody around me. And they help give me an example to follow off of. And knowing that there's people out there who have the same mission as you and are trying their hardest to love everybody around them is very inspiring and very encouraging. Definitely.
Awesome. I think whenever I first watched your video, I got to be honest, because the first words out of my mouth were a criticism.
Yeah.
Because I love your work, but it said that you meet people, and you meet good people and bad people, and there's no such thing as a bad person, right? God created us all beautiful and in His image, but our lives color, our experiences color how we interact with our life. And I think people can make bad choices, and people can really struggle. And so for me, one of the things that helps to love through the hate is to realize that we don't always know. You know, like we don't always know their backgrounds or their stories or where they're coming from, those experiences. And so that can help you to look with compassion and say, oh, they might be having a rough day today that I don't understand. And it's hard because those interactions of hate feel so personal. Like maybe somebody even didn't say, Trinity, you're ugly. Maybe they just used a harsh voice saying, I need through here. But it still feels really personal. And so that's what helps me to look past seeing that as a personal attack and to be able to offer love in return.
That reminds me of a story that I read a long time ago. And it was about a man who was on the subway. And he gets on the subway and he's got like 2 or 3 little kids. And he just sits down and he's just kind of like doing one of these, you know. And his kids are just like crazy all over the place.
I can't relate to this at all.
And they're like screaming and they're like running up and down. And it's, you know, it's a subway, so everyone's kind of doing their own thing. And they're kind of invading people's personal space. And the one kid runs up and like hits the newspaper of a guy. And everyone's kind of like looking around like, I mean, everyone is starting to realize that like this guy is like,
oblivious.
Yeah, he's like not being a good parent. And finally, this old lady gets up, and you know, old ladies, they have no problem telling you what you need to do. And so she gets up and goes over to him, and she's like, "Sir," and he's like, you know, out of it, and she's like, "Sir, do you not see what your kids are doing here?" And his kids are like, just run. They're holy hellions, you know, they're like crazy. And he's finally like, "Oh, I'm sorry, She's like, you know, what are you going to do about it? And he goes, well, I don't know. They just found out that their mother died. I guess they don't know what they're going to do about it, and I guess I don't know either. And in that moment, she felt so terrible, of course, because she didn't realize this guy's world was falling apart in that moment. And I try to remember that story whenever I meet somebody who pushes me through or uses a gruff voice, to look on people with compassion. Compassion, calm passion, with like with somebody, and passion. Passion means to suffer for. So with compassion, you're suffering with somebody. When you look on them with compassion, and you try to enter into their story, enter into their life, enter into their narrative, and see things through their eyes. It reminds me a lot of the kind of Indian adage, like you don't know somebody until you walk a mile in their moccasins. Have you ever heard that?
I've heard walk a mile in their shoes.
Okay.
But
It's from
I don't know what moccasins are.
shoes from Native Americans.
Yeah.
There you go. Homeschool. All right.
I feel like I have so much stuff to do.
You got to get moving. She's almost 18. Just start now. Tell us everything you know. Go. All right. Thank you, Trinity, so much for sharing the video. We really enjoyed it. I'm sure that those people watching and in the chats enjoyed it too.
I'm out.
They're out. Today we're talking about love. Loving even when what you receive is hate, and how that is such a challenging yet so profound. In the chat, we would like you to put put your prayer requests for one. We're going to enter into our songs of prayer next, and we'll be able to pray with you, to lift up those requests. And then 2, put in there a place that you have seen love this week. Where have you seen love? It's all around us, but sometimes unless we take a moment to stop and think about it, we just go right by. We don't notice it. So where have you seen love this week? With that, I'll turn it back over to the band, and hopefully they're ready. It's totally dark in there, so I have no idea. Enjoy.
1, 2, ready.
You would never leave my soul among the dead. You are perfect peace, and you are holiness. When everything is lost, and I am so afraid, you have shown to me, oh God, the end is not the grave. You could never, ever forget me. You could never, ever forget me. You never forget me. You are in control. You've got me by the hand, and grace is rushing over me like waves upon the sand. Oh, you could never, ever forget me. Siempre tú me tienes presente. Keep me safe, oh God, you're my only hope. Hide me in your wings, draw me ever close. You could never, ever forget me. You could never, ever forget me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You could never, ever forget me. Yeah, yeah.
And my friends, we have time for one more song, so if you have any prayer requests, please type them in the chat. My daughter Gabriella here will be leading the prayer at the end of this. And I just want to share on a personal note here. On a personal note, I've been praying with the Psalms a lot lately. It's kind of one of my jams. And the 2 Psalms that I've really been praying with are Psalm 88, which is a really, really dark psalm, and Psalm 139. And Psalm 139 is basically this song right here. So if you ever are looking for a psalm that tells you that you are beautiful and you are created in the image and likeness of God, check out Psalm 139. Psalm 139.
Lord, you have searched my heart And you know when I sit and when I stand, your hand is upon me, protecting me from death, keeping me from harm. Oh Lord, I know you are near, standing always at my side. You guard me from the foe, and you lead me in ways everlasting. Where can I run from your love? If I climb to the heavens, you are there. If I fly to the sunrise, or I sail beyond the sea, still I'd find you there. Oh Lord, I know you are near, standing always at my side. You guard me from the foe, and you lead me in ways everlasting. Lord, you know my heart, you know its ways, because you formed me before I was born. In the secret of darkness, before I saw the sun, in my mother's womb. Oh Lord, I know you are near, standing always at my side. You guard me from the foe, and you lead me in ways everlasting. Marvelous to me are your works. How profound are your thoughts, my Lord. Even if I could count them, they number as the stars. You would still be there. Oh Lord, I know you are near, standing always at my side. You guard me from the foe, and you lead me in ways everlasting.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Dear God, we are here before you tonight with thankful hearts. We're thankful that restrictions are letting up and that we can gather, see our friends, go to church again. But we also know to be wary. We know that gatherings make it easier for people to get sick. We pray for everybody who is sick or in quarantine right now. especially for Maria. Pray for all the school kids. We're thankful for all the ways that we saw love this week. And we bring these to you. Pray for everybody's safety. Pray for Colleen's mom. Pray for healing. And we bring these to you in the way that you taught us how to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Thank you for leading us in prayer, Gabriella. It was really good. And thank you so much for joining us this evening. But before we sign off, I want to invite in the crew that helps to make this awesome. I thought tonight they did a really, really good job. The lights look great. The video that we could see looked great. The sound is, come on over here. You got to come over here. So we have Maggie and Susie and Carrie and MJ, and of course Michelle's in there in the other room. So, there you go. MJ's going to come over here by us. So MJ's been working on guitar, going to join the band. They're really excited. Susie and Maggie and Carrie. Maggie and Carrie are both in the Addams Family this weekend at St. Anthony, so helping out with that musical. They haven't always been able to be here because they have commitments all over the place. So if you're in the central Illinois area, you can check that out this weekend. And stay safe. But if you have a chance, go to Mass and
Go with
go
God.
with God.
Today's video is sponsored by Medi Family Ministries. Medi Family Ministries is a 501c3 nonprofit. If you would like to donate to support videos like this one, please visit our website at mjm7.band. Thank you for joining us for Worship Wednesdays. Enjoy the rest of your night. Go with God. Go in peace.